Hey guys, Adam here with Becca here at Adam Clark Fitness. We have another episode of the ACF Strong Podcast, and today we're talking about cardio, right? Cardio, we could term it the great cardio debate. There really isn't much of a debate because cardio is good for you, right? I'm not really going out on a limb and saying that cardio is good in any form, right? So for most people, cardio is a huge piece of the fitness puzzle, and when you skip it entirely, right, you're gonna miss out on a ton of benefits. So number one, what is cardio? Right, it's any activity that gets your heart rate up, works your cardiovascular system, heart, lungs, circulatory, right, gets you moving, and a couple little examples. That could mean walking. Right? It could be biking, it could be dancing, it could be hiking, swimming, using the rower, treadmill, whatever it may be. If it raises your heart rate and you can sustain it for a little while, right, it's cardio. So here at ACF, right, our whole foundation, right, we want to get you stronger, we want to get you healthier, we want to get you happier. We talk a lot about strength training because for many people that's the missing link. Maybe they're only doing cardio. I'm only walking the dog, right? And strength training really is the foundation of what we do, and it is critical, right, for building muscle, improving the metabolism, maintaining long-term function, being able to do your daily activities. But I also want to be clear: cardio isn't the enemy. Cardio isn't bad. It's not something you should avoid. In fact, it's like if you skip it, right, it's a huge mistake. So we're going to break things down further. We're going to go back and forth, and what you got, Beck?
All right, so the next question would be, are we moving enough throughout the day? For many of us, the answer is no. We're sitting too much, we're too sedentary. If we have a desk job, that's not always our choice. Work keeps us right tied to the desk. So, but to kind of fight that, we do have the ability to make small and consistent movements throughout the day, whether it's getting up and just walking in front of your desk for 5 minutes or walking around the desk for 5 minutes. If you can get out and walk down the hall, maybe go fill up your water bottle, go check in on coworkers or whatnot if you need to between meetings. Just 5 minutes a day, like just getting up, movement. Good for the brain, good for the body, and those 5 minutes add up throughout our day, it kind of hugely. So between meetings, before dinner, after lunch, walking actually after we eat is actually great for digesting. So that's also a little added benefit too. But those little small 5 minute segments again really add up pretty quickly. Even if it's just within the week, but if you think about 5 minutes, maybe 3-4 times a day, and then you think about how much that adds up in a year, that's pretty significant. So that's why we're telling you to move more. We tell you to move more a lot of the time. If you're meeting with me in your goal setting meetings, like a lot of the time I'm suggesting walking or just some kind of movement, whether you get up and every time you need to go to the bathroom, after you use the bathroom, you do 10 squats, and just using that. And if you do that 10 times a day, that's 100 squats. So just adding those 5 minutes is gonna add up, a lot. So we're telling you to move more, not just here when you're here with us, but throughout the day. The extra movement really boosts your daily calorie burn. So if your goal is to lose some weight, that extra movement is really helping. The non-exercise activity time, the NEAT, that really helps with that. It also helps clear your head, improves your overall energy and well-being.
So the science, right? We're not gonna bore you too much with the science, but cardio training does do a lot of good. So from that physiological standpoint, heart and lung function, right? So heart and lung function, it's going to increase oxygen uptake, stroke volume. That's a good thing, right? Circulation and capillary density, it's going to improve that. That's a good thing. Something we call mitochondrial efficiency, which just means better energy production. That is a good thing, right? It's going to improve insulin sensitivity, blood sugar regulation. That is a very good thing, right? So really all of this, what that means is, it improves those things. It translates to better stamina, reduced risk of chronic disease, right? That's huge.
That's huge, yeah.
Improve mood. We talked, the mental, a little bit more mental benefit, right? Clear your head type thing, and a longer life, right? If you move more, you are going to have a longer life, right? I mean, I can't guarantee it, something could happen, but like chances are very strong that you're gonna have a longer life.
Right. So how much do we need? How much cardio do we need? According to the CDC and the American Heart Association, the general recommendations are 150 minutes of moderate intensity cardio per week, which is brisk walking, or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity cardio, which is more like running or intervals, or like a Tabata, like we have you set up on like the bike, the rower, the ski, at 20 seconds hard, 10 second light, like that's what we're talking about with intervals. Plus, so we're doing those 2 cardio things, plus those 2+ strength training sessions a week that you're doing with us here. Those combinations are what we're looking for a balanced fitness lifestyle. So do we want more benefit? Absolutely. So the more benefits would be, benefits that include fat loss, stress reduction. For a lot of us, that's a big deal. You got stress reduction, and it also helps with fat loss. So, and then improved endurance. And if you really want to challenge yourself, bumping that up to 300+ minutes per week of moderate cardio, that benefit is just going to go up. That's going to increase for you. And the best part is you don't have to do it all at once. You can break it into smaller chunks, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, and it all still counts. Walking your dog, mowing the lawn, dancing in the kitchen, hanging out with the grandkids, chasing them around, that all adds up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for a lot of people too, 150 minutes, that can seem maybe like a big number, especially if you're starting at ground zero. So yes, it's recommended 150 minutes of moderate intensity. Remember, break that up.
Yep.
If you're not at 150, let's set a floor. Guess what? Let's get to 50.
Yep.
Right? Let's get to 100. Let's get to 150. You don't have to do it all at once. So let's just create those little steps along the way. So, but what if you don't like cardio, right? Sure. Not everyone likes cardio, but I guarantee there is some sort of cardio activity that you will enjoy, right? You don't have to suffer through it, right? It's like here, if you like doing we're gonna challenge you.
Right.
Like do something, get out of your comfort zone every now and then. But if you like the rower, guess what? Do the rower.
Yeah.
If you like the bike, do the bike. But there's so many ways, and we could probably do, 30, 40 minutes of cardio ways, but I'll give you a few examples and what mine are too. So walking, biking, hiking, swimming, rowing, dancing. For me, I like running, but I also really like walking, rucking with a weighted vest, just added a little strength benefit, biking. So those are just a few, and a couple that I enjoy.
I really enjoy hiking, paddleboarding, kayaking. I really love walking. You can do that brisk, you can do that moderate, whatever your body, your brain needs. I love the ability of just being up to get outside and walk. I love pushing the sled. I love when we have the sled here. I'll even do it for a little 5-minute break here if I need a minute. I love pickleball, that's a good time. I love basketball. The stair climber, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I know the benefits there though. It gets the heart rate up really high, but I like doing it. So yeah, I mean, we don't always love what we're doing, but we don't suffer for it, through it.
Yeah.
And we can also pair it with things, right? Like habit stacking.
Absolutely.
If we have a treadmill, we don't love walking, we throw it in front of the TV, we watch a movie or show.
Yeah.
If you watch a show, then you get 60 minutes in and you don't even know it. Like you don't even really realize it. Like you got that distraction. Or a good audiobook on the walk, like you're gonna get it in. So if you're pairing it with something that you really enjoy, that also helps. Or you get a buddy, that also helps.
Yep.
And
Sure
they
does.
get the benefit too.
Sure does.
Yeah.
So yeah, any sport too. Any sport is cardio. golf, I mean, don't take the cart.
Right.
But,
If you're
but
walking,
like if you're
walk on
walking,
the
yeah,
course,
that's
yeah.
cardio. Any sport.
If you have bad like
is-
me, then chasing the ball.
Yeah, that could
also
be a lot of
cardio.
cardio. Getting in the woods, stepping over things, so that could be some added cardio. But really pick something you enjoy, so it doesn't feel like punishment. Challenge yourself, absolutely. But right, also enjoy it.
Yeah.
Right. And
Playing with the kids.
Playing with the kids, that
Play
is
tag.
cardio.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people, that's a lot of people's goals when
Yeah.
they come in, or their why. But can you overdo it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. That's where balance comes in though. So doing high intensity cardio 7 days a week without the proper recovery, the fuel is in what you're intaking, and strength training, that all can backfire. So signs that we're overtraining cardio, that includes constant fatigue, always tired, trouble sleeping, increased hunger or cravings, mood swings or irritability, plateauing or even gaining fat. You know, your body isn't like producing too much cortisol, so that fat gain starts happening, loss of muscle mass, and then poor recovery in between workouts is also happening. So, you know, the why is because of the cortisol, which really messes with your hormones, and it breaks down muscle instead of building it. And in this case, more isn't always better, but smarter is better. And if you need help with that, we can help set you up with something with that. If you got questions on that, then we can definitely guide you through, you know, what would be too much, or, you know, what your goals are, and then working with you through that. So
kind of the point of today, right, was cardio is good, right? No one ever says, you know what, I really regret going on that walk and getting up from my desk, or I really regret doing that cardio. And she just talked about, you know, you talked about overtraining, and chances are, yes, you could be overtraining, but most people are not overtraining or over cardioing.
Right.
We're talking like a lot of higher intensity stuff. You can take a walk every day.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's a good active recovery for strength training. So yeah.
In a perfect world, right? We want our clients and anyone in the world lift weights, right? Get stronger, build muscle, protect those bones. But we also want you moving, right? I want you moving, walking, getting a little sweat in, because that's going to improve heart health. So cardio has a place in every program, right? It really, if you don't have that piece in your exercise program, you're missing out. So don't let it be the only thing, but also don't let it be something that you skip. And I said it, you know, who doesn't feel good after a little cardio? I mean, sure, I felt doing sprints at the track that, I felt terrible after that, but mostly like you always feel good after taking a walk, taking a run, and you know, if you need help, let us know. And we're always going to, when you're setting goals, it's not about going from here to here. Right. It's how do we take those little steps, and maybe it's that 5-minute walk break around the parking lot on your lunch break. Imagine, just think about that, 5 days a week, add it up over time, that those things add up. Right, it's not all or nothing. So,
and it's always good to get out of the office.
Right,
you know?
Right. Clear head. So you're also going to be better at work, better at home.
And a little vitamin D.
100%.
We don't need that. We're Mainers.
Exactly. Just be careful if you're RT.
Wear sunscreen.
Or a long sleeve. If you had one piece of advice when it comes to cardio to tell people, kind of what would you say?
It's the walk.
Yeah.
Like for me, that's where I started on my journey. It's just getting out and walking more. Really helped clear my head, really helped take those small steps, and you're literally taking literal steps towards your goal. Like they're all literally stepping towards my fitness goals. So whether it's treadmill or going out on the outside, I personally love outside walking. I love being outside you know, when it's super cold, obviously not, but like it would be, you know, just go do it, get that walk in, 5 minutes, great for the head, great for the body. Just walk. It's so underrated. Just walk.
And really, there's no ifs, ands, or buts when it comes to cardio. You have to do it. If you
your
move
heart
more,
needs it. Your blood, like
everything. Your whole body needs it. Your brain
yeah.
needs it. If you move more, you will be healthier.
Yeah.
Right. If I could give any piece of advice, yes, we want you strength training. Yes, we want to do those things. But if you move more, you will be healthier.
Yeah.
Like there's no way around it.
Yeah.
It's
So
simple.
much research out there.
Simple,
Yep.
right? Not necessarily easy. You have to fit it in.
Yeah.
You do have to make it a priority, but you will be healthier
Yeah.
if you go.
Feel better, sleep better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
Find what you enjoy and keep doing it.
Yeah.
So, thanks guys.
See you at the gym.